let's turn our attention to one of the most colorful events over the weekend, which was the Ojude Oba a celebration in Ijebu. It's been on forever, for a long time, but only last year was a lot of spotlight or attention drawn because of a particular picture
And videos too, as well.
and videos of a Chief Farouk. Yeah, Alatishe from the Alatishe family.
I thought it was Oriagba.
I shadow is from the
Farouk.
Alatishe, but Oriagba is his surname, but there's an
Alatishe.
Alatishe. Yes, so it's a clan. So you have the Cuckoos, you have the Fetugas, you have, so
So,
yeah.
so are you saying it's
Yeah.
similar to the Ayo Festival where it's setting a royal family?
Houses or
Is it-
houses. You can call them like
Are
houses.
they royal families?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it is just for them while others watch.
Yes,
Okay.
or sort of.
Okay.
Yeah. So for the Ayo, you don't have to be the Ayo has the royal parts and then the regular people.
Okay.
So yeah. So but my attention or our attention has been drawn to a certain lady who tried to, shall we say, gensify the event by wearing, a sort of mini skirt ashoke and then Western boots, and her tights were showing. It was all a mess, but it was an even bigger mess because she was a bit, what's the word I would use, combative with some people, especially an elderly
elder.
man, an elderly man who apparently is a professor at some institution, and she was saying she was going to sue him. We don't know the backstory, but what we saw did not speak well.
I watched the video.
Yeah, that's not, you do not address elders in that manner. She was apparently, like you said, she said they were pushing.
Yeah, I watched her on TikTok last night, just last night when she was, when you see somebody that, let's leave judgment out of this. This is just common sense.
Yes.
When you see somebody that's a troublemaker, when you see somebody that just eat day for him body, you just know.
Oh, well, right.
The
Yeah.
way she was saying it, and she said, "Oh, I'm not going to talk much about it because it's in the hands of the chief of police right now." And she says that he pushed her cousin or somebody like that, and he didn't say sorry. And then
This is a crowded event where people are trying to get shoulder room to move forward or get to their position. So that happens all the time. And then, okay, so the policeman she was rude to as well. Did he push her? Because, she was asking the poor man if he spoke English.
I was so turned off that I couldn't continue watching the video. You're in Nigeria. You don't come to Nigeria and start asking people if they can speak English. I don't get it. First of all, like you said, the funky what's now
The gentrification of.
Sometimes let's just let things be. Let's just leave it as it is. When it's a traditional festival, let's stick to the theme.
I hope it doesn't run away from us, because I hope it doesn't get worse next year. Where people, people start, and then before you know it, it's watered down and becomes this thing that nobody's interested in anymore.
Yesterday when I was talking about it, one of the things that hurt me the most is that I felt like the originality of what we saw a couple of what's it called now? A couple of years ago? No, last year.
Last year, yeah.
What we saw, the reason why it was so much fun and so much beautiful to see is because I was seeing people I've never seen before. Our regular moms looking so colorful in their outfits. Our regular dads, the people that we see in Ijebu, they're just regular people looking so elegant.
Yeah.
You know that they are saved up for that day.
Yes.
You can just
it was
see
well
the
planned,
beauty.
everything. Yeah.
But this year it looks like everybody wanted a viral moment. Everybody wanted to be the next Mr. Steez. Everybody, there's this particular girl that they've been pushing since to have her moment on. She had this agbada on. That's not Princess Adeshile.
Okay.
And she had long goddess braids with some sort of sunshades. And because the video was made in slow motion, they were like, "Oh, why is this video not getting viral? Why is it?" Everybody wanted it viral. And I'm looking at this video, I'm like, what's supposed to be viral? This is just a regular video that you just put in slow motion. There's nothing extraordinary about it, and she's just on a horse. Okay, calm down. Everybody just wanted a viral moment. Chill and let's enjoy this Ojude Oba in pics and not in pixies.
Please, thanks so much. Thanks a lot. All right, it was fantastic though. Regardless, it's come, it's gone. And next year we'll do it again, and hopefully we won't have these kinds of incidents with princesses that are not acting princess-like.
What?
Let's leave it at that.
Princesses that are not what?
Acting
Princess-like. Okay. Okay.
Sit down.
Got it.
We'll wipe your cord for head.
No.
Okay.
We're not
No
gonna do
violence. Christ Embassy has launched a new smartphone.
Oh.
Yes, the Christ Embassy launches its first ministry smartphone, the Omnia Fold S1, ultra thin, 8.5 millimeter. It unfolds into a stunning 7.71 2K display, packs a sharp 50 MP camera, long-lasting battery, and a pressure-sensitive stylus pen. But why?
Yeah, that was the first question I asked. But is it for the general market or is it for, because it says ministry? I don't know.
Yes,
Ministry
it's the ministry. They call it the ministry, but
it's not a bad idea. It's okay to.
should the church be involved in business? Because that's my first question. Because it's obviously a business, and you know the church is not taxed.
Yeah.
But if they're doing this, should we be? I don't want to shake any tables. I don't want no. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Isn't this very
I'm
into
understanding you. I'm understanding you.
you're beginning to run a business.
Perhaps the business is taxed. But that's not the only. That's not the only business he runs.
If it's under Christ Embassy,
as a church,
it's not taxed. That's the beauty of it.
If it's under Christ Embassy,
yes,
as a what?
As a church, registered as a church.
It can't be registered as a church now.
You register that. You have to register your church.
I know I don't know if that station still functions, but I know he used to have a TV station. Somewhere around the mainland. Yeah. I remember the name, but I'm not gonna tell you.
It's under.
Yeah. So that's broadcast?
Not taxed.
Not taxed.
Under the church.
Really?
That's amazing. That's
For real though?
Under the church. As long as
100%.
If they're doing religious stuff, it's under the
But
church.
it wasn't just religious stuff.
Okay.
I used to watch movies. In fact, that used to be my favorite channel at some point.
But the movies were
no.
They were not.
Even music videos.
So they call it a loophole.
Oh my goodness gracious! What's going on?
It's called a loophole.
Oh my god.
This it's innovation. But it's still a why for me. What's the phone for?
Well, at the end of the day, people will ask and question that, churches are using tithes to feed and live. But so I don't think
he's using it to do technology.
I don't think it's a bad thing if churches raise money via other means. There are churches that have schools. There are churches that do a whole lot of things. So creating technology is the way to go now.
Technology.
It's the way to go now. So if maybe because he's a pastor, but if he's a regular Nigerian who created it, it's not a bad thing.
It would be cool, but I'm just wondering, why it's under the body of the church.
It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. If let's picture it.
It's not a bad thing. It's a sort of weird thing.
It's not weird. Is this weird zone? I don't think it's weird personally. If religious houses can have schools, Christian schools, Muslim schools.
Isn't this almost like when Jesus vexed, come out Oraimo Code?
That's different.
Because you are doing business under the roof of his father's house,
and it was not good business. But this one
is good business. It's okay.
It's to the glory of God.
If it doesn't, hallelujah.
If whatever you're doing does not glorify God, that's the problem. What they were doing in the temple was not glorifying God.
Okay.
So that's why it come out 2x2 plank. Knock person they sell up for back.
Man, JC be violent sometimes, but it was justified. All right, Matters Arising continues in a bit.